What's going on, guys? It's Jake Camaro here with my first initial thoughts for you guys. If you didn't know, I've talked about it on my channel a little bit, but initial thoughts is basically going to be me talking about a new game that came out, a new DLC that came out, a new demo that came out, a new beta that came out, basically any new content that comes out for any game that I get or I already had that I bought the DLC for. So today is the day of the third content drop for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 on the 360. It's available. There's 3 sections of the drop available for 360 owners right now. For PS3 owners, it will not be coming until April. And then for people who don't have Call of Duty Elite on the Xbox 360, all the drops 1 through 6 will be coming on the 20th as a 1200 Microsoft point map pack. So this is the only multiplayer map of the drop. The 2 others are Spec Ops missions, but I'll get in more detail of those when I'm talking about it. I'm doing my initial thoughts for that. This map is called Black Box, and I'm playing it on Domination right now. It was a little hard to find it because as more and more maps get added to the Elite playlist, it's harder and harder to find them. So I kind of wish that what Infinity Ward would do is the day or the first week that a new map comes out, have a playlist where you can just play that map for YouTubers like me who don't really want to play Overwatch, Piazza, or Liberation and just want to play this one and get some gameplay in. So it took me about 15 minutes to find a good game that I started out. I joined a couple games, but I like starting in a game so you can get the full game. And then I did bad on a little bit because I'm learning the map. It's a pretty complicated map, and I'm just going to talk about it in pretty good detail. So one of the big object in this map is Air Force One. Air Force One is down, and there's 3 sections, with a little hole in them, splitting between the 2. And in the middle of it, there's BDOM. So it's a pretty hot place for people who are wanting to capture that flag. So, but also, Air Force One is not the only part of the map. There's quite a bit of buildings around, like this one. This one actually that I just walked onto for a second is you can see basically all around the map. It's a pretty nice one, and it's nice to actually. There's a way you can go up and you can actually shoot people as they're coming by BDOM to capture the flag. So I get to do that a little bit later in this gameplay and pick off a couple kills. So this map is kind of a medium-sized map. It's not as big as Liberation, but it's definitely pretty gigantic. There's some long sightways, but there's also some areas where close quarter, like the Air Force One plane. So it's not all like Liberation, where it's basically just snipers. There are quite a few snipers who do get killed by quite a few times in this gameplay, but it's not the only thing you can do on this map. As you can see there, I just walked up the wing, so you can actually go up the left wing of Air Force One into the upper story of this building, and it gives you a great view of ADOM and then CDOM on the other side. So as you can see here, I'm just picking off a couple kills by the end of rear of Air Force One. This area that I'm coming over to right here is a really big sniping spot. There's a guy up there, but I do end up getting him. It's just one. There's really 3 places we can snipe. This area, the building I was just in, and then this area, and then another one is the building I was just in, and then there's another building by the front of Air Force One that I've seen some snipers go to right now. A little bit later in this gameplay, I'll go up there, kill a couple guys and such. So, I like this map kind of. It's not as bad as Liberation, but it's not like. I like Piazza. I think Piazza and Overwatch are the 2, in my opinion, best maps that we have so far. This map, I can't really judge it yet because I've only done 1 full game of it. And right now, my first impressions of it are good. It's a different map. It's definitely more complicated. There's a lot of different areas to go into. It's a large map, but there's lots of places to kill people, places to go inside of, a lot of the buildings, all the buildings inside here you can go inside of. So there's quite a few areas to go. Here's one of the areas to get in Air Force One through the front door, and I just pick off quite a few guys and then go down myself. If you go up those stairs, you can go to the 2nd story and you can kill people that way. I predict that if this map ever goes into the infection playlist, that's where a lot of people are going to go, because up on that upper story by the cockpit, there's only one way to get up, which is the stairs. Maybe you could get up through just jumping up right now, like from the bottom to the second floor, but I don't see that really happening. Maybe you might be able to do it, but I didn't see anyone doing it, and I don't really imagine how you could. The only way to get up is basically the stairwell, so I could see quite a few people camping there in Infection. So Domination is what I'm playing right now. Kill Confirmed is probably going to be basically the same thing. Free for all. I think there's probably going to be a lot of people hanging. I think Air Force One is definitely going to be a moderately hot spot because it's the big, like I said earlier, it's the big subject of the map. So it's actually not as big of a subject as I thought it was. Like a lot of the pictures that we had and the trailer that came out about a week ago for showing off the map in a video. It really showed Air Force One as a main feature of the map, and actually now it's Air Force One is. It's still a dominant part of the map, but it's not the entire thing like a lot of people, including myself, thought it would be. Which disappoints me a little bit, because it would really be cool to fight inside of Air Force One for the most part, like a little bit bigger part of Air Force One. But as you can see, it's a little bit technical. You have to go up that like slope game time that I was on, which was kind of annoying. But as I was saying, so it's a little disappointing, but it's actually okay, because there'd be a lot of campers inside of there. If it was the main dominant part of the map, I could see a lot of people going with the Striker or the Spaz 12 and Spaz 12, sorry, and just killing people over and over again. So I like kind of how they did it. I think that sometimes some of the buildings could be extremely camper-ish, like where I'm a large camping spot. So I think that time will tell to see if people actually camp there or just use it to go in there like I did, pick off a couple guys and move on. It's really the kind of people who are playing the map, if they're noobs or if they're actually playing good. It just depends on how you like the map or not. On Liberation, I see a lot of noobs on there with sniper rifles. Well, not really noobs. I just don't like how a map should not be all about sniping. I think it's difficult, but I think that most maps should have kind of a mixture of both. They should snipe, there should be a little sniping in it, and a little close quarters. And this has kind of a little bit of both. I think the sniping, there may be a little, the snipers may have a little too large view of the map, but like I said, time will tell to see if it matters, if it becomes annoying, or if it's something that it just looks like that, but not many people go up there. Pretty long sight lines down the center of the map by Air Force One. I try to pick a guy off right there, and I do get him. I've tried to kill some guys from there before, and it's a little too far away, so I could definitely see snipers kind of over by the wing, maybe, like going prone, but then again, it's a pretty hot area, so it might not be. So Black Box is, it includes a lot of newer elements. Most of the maps in Call of Duty don't have that much interior area, except for maps like Arcaden is a really big interior map, and Overwatch, because there's a second story to it. But really, this is really good. You can go inside most of these buildings that are down the street. You can pick off guys between them, and most of all, hide from Predator missiles, because one of the things in Liberation is really most of the map is I don't realize that's synonymous with I'm dead, but a lot of people don't like a lot of people use Predator missiles and such. So when you go to a map like Liberation, there's very little like interior sections. There's the bunker and then the castle area, and that's really just about it. There's some there's like a gazebo and such, but most of the map, about 95% of the map, is an exterior portion. So my final thoughts on Overwatch. Sorry, not Overwatch, Black Box. It's a good map. I like it. It definitely has a, it really caught my attention, not like Liberation did, because the first time I played Liberation, I was like, oh, this map is not very good, but this map, I'm thinking, is pretty good. There's a couple areas that I don't like, in terms of, like, being able to jump over stuff. There's one spot where it's a bush, but for some reason, it's, like, in the middle of the map, and I don't like how you can't go through that. You have to, like, go around it, and it just makes it, really difficult to, when you're trying to run after someone, or you see someone and you get caught on that. That's a little annoying. I wish they wouldn't have added that, but, it definitely gives a little less sight line to Air Force One from there. So I understand why that it was for, balance issues. So, because this map is the only map of this month, I think next month we're gonna get 2 more multiplayer maps. I think it kind of has a little bit of a best of both worlds, like Overwatch. One of the things, one major dominance, of course, is sniping, and it's just gonna, time will tell to see if snipers, if a lot of people snipe on it, or it just becomes like a little bit of sniping, but mostly close quarters and medium range engagements. So this video is kind of coming to an end. I did pretty good in this gameplay, quite a few kills, and I really wanted to get this out really fast to show you this new map. And stay tuned, a little bit later I'm going to be putting up my Black Ice and Negotiator initial thoughts. Those are the 2 Spec Ops missions that also come with this pack. So if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.